Welcome everyone. I hope you all are doing good. I am Shubham from Henry Irving Education. So today we have Mr. Shekhar, who is a SAP consultant having more than 15 years of experience in SAP. So I would like to welcome you, sir, and thanks a lot for giving your valuable time with us. Sir, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you, Shubham. So I'm basically a Bachelor of Engineering in Electronics Communication Engineer, and I'm working as a SAP consultant as well as a trainer. I have experience more than 13 years in SAP as a trainer as well as consultant. Basically I'm expert in material management, production planning and sales and distribution, as well as SAP Business One. That's for SME companies. So you're not audible.
That's really great, sir. Sir, could you please explain what SAP MM is?
Okay, shall I share my screen so I'll be able to explain to you.
You can.
So are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically SAP is an ERP product. SAP is a ERP product. It's basically ERP product. ERP means Enterprise Resource Planning, Enterprise Resource Management. Sorry, Enterprise Resource Planning, sorry. So it is Enterprise plus ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. So basically, if you take any business or any industry, so there will be a lot of functionalities or departments will be there. For example, there will be accounts department will be there. There will be purchase department. There is stores. That's inventory. There will be production department. There will be sales department. So there can be different departments in a industry or a business. So basically, accounts will involve all the accounting activities like payments, supplier payments or customer payments. They will involve with the accounts. And there will be purchase departments. So they'll be responsible for all the products or materials. So if we take any industry, so there will be a lot of there will be raw materials will be there. There will be production will be there. For production, we need raw materials. So that will be purchased by the purchase department. And once the production is done, it will go for FG items, finished goods items. So that will be shared by the sales department. But the materials are maintained by the purchase only, or the stores. They will maintain by stores only. So to make a product, suppose production department is manufacturing item like a car or like a TV manufacturing. So they will need raw materials. Like if they take an example of TV, we will need the IC chips, will the capacitor, resistance. Like there are so many electronic components we will need in that. So those will be purchased by the purchase department from the supplier. So that involves the purchase department. And also once you buy the product from the supplier, we have to keep the items in the store or the inventory. So that can be used by the production department to produce the item. So that will production department will be involved with that. Production department, and that will be stored in the stores or inventory. Stores or inventory. And once the FG is made, then we will go for sales. So these are the generally this department will be involved in the any business activities or industry, manufacturing industries. So in these five departments in the ERP or SAP, we can define as modules. This we can define as modules like finance module, control module, manufacturing module, or production module, sales and distribution, like that. So many modules are there. So basically, the material management involving in the materials. It can be purchased, or it can be stores, or it can be service or invoicing. So there will be purchase part. So this material management is the backbone of any industry, any business management. Material management will be the backbone of the whole process. So this material management involves different things. So in material management, we can have purchase. So basically, we purchasing the raw material from the suppliers. Purchase, then how to keep the items in inventory, keep record of all the how many items are there in the store, how much should be required by the production department. So that will be kept in the inventory. And once we receive the item supplier, it will go for invoice verification to the account department. So that's the invoice part in the material management and service module. So when you procure the purchase, like you are repairing the AC repairing service or machines, any plant machinery installation. So that will take part by the taken care by the service department. So these are the main four parts of the material management. The material management, these are the basic some parts of the material management, section of the material management. Purchase will involve all the purchase activities. Once purchase item, that will be kept in the inventory. And once we receive supply from the supplier, invoice will be raised. So these are different. These are main three parts or views in the material management. Okay. So this material management, we have. So for the students, actually, what I'm doing, I will show this first the enterprise structure. We have the company code plan. This is the organizational unit. If you take any company, for example, take an interest like Tata or Reliance, there are so many company codes. Like for each business, they have oil and gas, they have the telecommunications, they are having the retailing. So there can be different company codes. Company code define the nature of the business. For Reliance, we are taking Reliance company, they can have a retailing or manufacturing, like that, again, different company codes. And each company code will have a plant, like where the materials are made or manufactured, there will be a plant. And the materials will come to the storage locations or warehouses. And there will be purchase order. These are the units you have to make in the first is when I take the class for students, we'll start with the enterprise structure here. You can see here on the screen. I'll show the SAP screen. Actually, somebody else is using my login ID. Somebody else is using my screen. So this is the actually this in SAP, this is the end user part, the daily entry, the end user part. So in SPRO, there's a IMG screen. So first we'll start when you start the class for the material management, we'll start with the enterprise structure here. In this structure, so here we'll define the organizational units, like we'll make the company codes. We'll make the company codes and here we'll make the plant. We'll define the plant here. And here we'll make the store locations and purchase order. This is the enterprise structure. For any business, you need an organizational unit. So in SAP, we are making the organizational units from the IMG screens. So this is the first one. This we are making the first. Will make the enterprise structure. So they'll be assigned to each other. Company code will be assigned to the plant, and store location will be assigned to the plant, and purchase orders also will be assigned to the plant. And so once in the material management, we are having some two things. One is master records and is transactions. So master first is a material. So master record means we will keep the details of a particular item or supplier or anything will make in the master records. So material master will have the details about the materials, like what's the material. Suppose we are having an IC, so IC chip. So we'll have the code for the IC chip. What is the name of the IC chip in our company records, and how we are making the how we are keeping the material. How we are making. We are keeping numbers or packets or pieces. So those will be defined the material master data, details of material, and details of supplier, like his address, what is code, what is name, and other things, those payment terms. Those will keep in the supply master data, and we will make the link between supplier material in the info record. So that's one thing called purchase info record. We will maintain the link between material and the supplier. So when I make a document later, so it will take the details from the info record. Okay, and because somewhat the master data are source list, like so actually in SAP we are going component called material requirement plan, MRP. So when you run the MRP, it will automatically make the PO to the purchase order to the supplier. So further we need some source list and quote arrangement. So for the students, I'll take in detail about what is source list, quote arrangement. And because condition means pricing. For the prices for each item can be vendor relevance, vendor related. For each supplier, we can have different prices. So those we can make it conditions. We'll keep the price in the conditions master record. And we have service master also, like for purchasing the service, we get a service model. So these are the master records. These are the master records. And we get transactions. So these are the transactions in material management. We get the purchase requisition. Purchase requisition means we request from the another department to the purchase department to buy the item. For example, suppose production department is in need of some item, they will ask the purchase department to purchase the item through purchase requisition. Actually, somebody else is using a screen. So this idea was given by the support. but somebody else is using my ID. Is everything that?
Yes, sir. You can start again.
Sorry, actually, somebody else is also using my ID. So I am not able to open the.
No, that is fine. That is fine. It's fine. Like you can complete the transaction part and then we can conclude this point. Like,
Okay.
could you please explain about SAP MLS?
Okay, so purchase requisition by the department, any department, the purchase department. So suppose like from the reception or office, from the branch office also, they can ask for items. So they will give the request to the purchase department to buy the item. That's called purchase requisitions. So once they receive the request from the purchase any department, production department, any department, we will ask supplier to send their quotations. So for example, if you want to buy a car, you'll go to different showrooms, ask a quotation from the car agencies. Like that. So we'll ask the supplier to send a quotation for this particular item. So they'll send the quotation with with different prices, what quantity that they'll send from the supplier part. So once they receive the RFQ, request for quotation, we'll make the quotation. We'll record the quotation in our system. So once we receive the quotation from the supplier, we'll record the system as quotation. So quotation will have the details about the prices and the units of measurement with the supplier. And once the quotation is done, so we have a quotation selection according to the prices, their past performance. We'll select the suppliers and we'll send a purchase order. We'll ask the supplier to supply the items. That is done through purchase order. That will contain the details about the item, how much quantity we need, what's the delivery date, what's the price of the item. That will contain in the purchase order. So once the purchase order is raised and the supplier is sending the item, we'll receive the item in the store. That's called good receipt. We'll receive the item from the supplier to our store. That's called good receipt. So once before the good receipt, we will monitor the purchase order. So we'll follow up with the supplier when we will supply the item. Is there any issue? We'll check with the supplier and we'll conclude the purchase process. We'll receive the item in the store. That's all good receipt. Once the good receipt received from the supplier, we'll raise the invoice. That invoice will link with the accounts department. They will make the payment. So this completes the whole one purchase process. These are purchase process involved in a material management module. And this additional two more documents are the contract and schedule agreement. Contract means like yearly contract. Like he has to supply the 10,000 items in a year with a particular value. So that's a contract. So schedule agreement, we can each month or each week can schedule the supply from the supplier. So these are the normal transactions in the purchase module.
Okay. Thank you, sir. It was great learning. Sir, could you please explain what skill sets are required and will you please provide some tips in order to gain those skills?
No, skills basically for material. If you take technical, there are two things in SAP. One is technical consultant as a functional consultant. Technical consultant means you got to know all the like some programming like C++. You need for ABAP you need a C++. We need a Java like that. We need some skill sets in the technical module. As a functional consultant like sales or material management, so they don't need any particular technical knowledge. The only thing is they should have the domain knowledge. Like if you take material management, they should know what is material management, what are things involved, and if you have experience in material management, that'll be better for them. Otherwise, like they have to learn about what is material management and what are the activities involved with that, and more what is they have to. There is no separate skill set needed for that. Only thing they have practice more. They have practice and practice. And like that only they can grow. There's nothing else like a skill set is involved here. Only set is knowledge about the material management. So that they can get through, like they can go to the online. There are a lot of materials available. They can buy some subscription. They can involve in that, and also Amazon or some websites also their materials are available. So they can read that and they can increase their knowledge. That will be better for them, useful for them.
That's really great. Thank you, sir. So what has been your experience working as a SAP consultant?
So as initially I was a SAP trainer, so I was giving the training to students, but I didn't know actually what's the business story outside the system. So once I became a consultant, I came to know about all the what are the business items involved in a business. When you're involved in SAP, we implement SAP in a company, what are the reflex we are having the customer side, employees, what is the input, so what they need. So only by knowing that only we can customize the whole SAP for them. So they'll have their own requirement. They will be having a separate method of doing the things. We had learned that we had to we had learned from them what they are what they actually want. Accordingly, we can customize the product, SAP product. So that's the main thing I learned in this as a SAP consultant. It is helpful for me to be a SAP trainer.
So, what is your success mantra, sir?
If you take a material management, it's only practice, nothing else. Only get practice more, learn more through different materials, practice more. That's the only thing we can tell them. That's not separate, nothing else needed.
Thank you, sir. Really, it was a great time.
Welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank you also. Welcome.
Take care, sir. Again, we'll meet one.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Bye.